Hey, we're live, but nobody's here yet. It'll take a second before anybody pops in.
Yeah. What editing software do you use? Do you use that
DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci? Yeah, okay. I
Is
got
that
a
what you
clip
got? I mean,
from
for free,
yeah.
it's incredible what you get for free.
Oh yeah. I've got a clip from 2 weeks ago on that 4 pounder I caught. I didn't take the
Nice.
camera this week, and we caught probably 30. So
Always the way. Camera scares them away.
it
Ask about
does.
all these guys that do video, and I'm like, I kind of notice it too, but it's just like,
Hmm.
whatever.
Yep.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome, Eric Mann. Welcome back to getting the season almost underway. We've waited 4 or 5 months. Maybe some people have been fishing the last month or two, but I haven't thrown a line in the water. Well, okay, mid-November, and then on I think it was Christmas Eve. It was like 63 degrees here. I went down to the pond, didn't even get a bite, but I threw some lures.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been out, haven't you?
Yeah. I've been over at the power plant lake. So 2 weeks ago, water was only like 45. It was real cold that Sunday though, so like we were getting ice in the guides, and it was pretty rough. I did catch one big
Yeah,
one and one little one, but I had to scope the big one out of a brush pile,
of course.
and, and then we were there this Sunday, and they were it was up to like 52, 53, and we spent about 6 hours on a 200-yard stretch just going back and forth and catching a few, but no big ones. I had like a 3.5. Saw the guy in front of us that was kind of switching spots with us, like going back and forth. He caught a 4.9 right there. So, but they're getting there. A couple other. I bet by Wednesday this week with them 70s, that lake will be on fire probably.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think I saw a report last weekend, and maybe it was from Thursday or Friday, that Lake of Ozarks was from 41 to 43. And we've had a warming trend, and it's going to be really warm this week, but it's going to cool off for the tournament. So we're going to
Well, of
have,
course it is.
well, it was going to be rainy and cold when I looked like a week ago, and I'm like, oh shit, 60-degree weather. Now it's going to be like
Yeah,
25 and raining. Are you kidding?
yeah, yeah. I
But
saw that too. Where it was.
yeah, now it looks like 25 and 48 full sun on Saturday. I mean, yeah, it'll change a little bit before then and whatever, but at least a bit of a warming trend. And even though um, the water's not up there, the days are longer and the fish know it. They
Oh yeah.
just instinctively kind of know it. Like you were probably seeing them out on the power plant lake here. Um, did you have to go deep, or did you see them suspended, or did you were they just all on the bottom still?
They were so 2 weeks ago when it was cold. It was something interesting. Like is when we pulled in there, my buddy he's got live scope on his boat also. The shad were like sucked tight to the bottom. I'm
The
talking about,
shad balls. Yeah, okay.
yeah, well, there it's like a layer. It almost looks like a thermocline, and it's shad. They're just so thick. But 8 to 10 feet on the one bank where it dips down kind of deeper in this one section, they were it literally looked like a thermocline going in
Yeah,
there. Um,
yeah.
so, uh, but they were all like sucked down to the bottom. When we pulled in there this Sunday, we were the first boat up there, and you could see they were spread out in the water column a lot more, and we were
Yeah,
seeing some bigger marks kind of mixed in with them, but there's so many of them, it's hard to
right.
tell. And I was catching them on I caught a few on a rattle trap, caught a few on a
Yeah.
swim bait, and then when that slowed down, I was fishing that swim bait almost like a worm. Like I would throw it in there and just I'd hold the rod up and let it like kind of follow the line of the rocks down. And at heavy enough weight, it was kicking, and it just you'd see the line just kicking. All of a sudden, it would stop and just start swimming the other way.
Tight
So,
lining, I think they call that, isn't it? When you
hmm
just, yeah.
yeah. So, and then when you start catching them on Cincos, um, just bouncing off the bottom, Texas rigging it, but you'd seen like later in the day they kind of sucked back down to the bottom. It was interesting to watch the shed, and it seemed like the bass were relating to that. If they were down to the bottom, then the bass were on the bottom. So was kind of interesting to see how it.
Follow the free buffet, man. Just like us.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's good. And man, I saw. I forgot it was not just a couple days ago, but the weekend before in Lake of Ozarks, I saw a tournament. They were catching. I took like 17 and a half, 18 pounds to win.
Yeah, I think he fishes in our division. I'd have to look, but that Andy Newcomb, he's pretty well known down there. He had
Oh yeah.
27 pounds
Oh
a couple
geez,
of weeks
last
ago
weekend.
and won.
Oh
No, I think
geez.
it was that weekend. It
Wow.
was real cold.
27.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It
like
was
a
probably
true gill
full.
bag down in Florida from
Yeah,
that BPT here 2 weeks
yeah.
ago.
But it was probably a full live scope event, I would
Oh
guess.
yeah. Oh yeah.
We aren't going to see that in ours, I don't think.
Well, 3 hours of scoping. We got the new 3 hour rule. That's going to be an interesting topic.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how that's going to go. Like always, I imagine 90% of the guys it's going to be fine, and some guys are going to be in a little bit of the gray space, maybe. And
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
I think
Paul.
it'll be interesting. As many like they've had though, I don't know, probably 6 or 8 BFLs already, at least. And I haven't seen
Yeah,
any negative comments or anything, or anybody, no
no,
videos, or you know what I mean, of people. So I
right.
think people are following it. And Gunnersville just had like 200 boaters.
Yeah, I remember them saying. Uh, Ellen Gray put out that text like a couple days before. We got 185 boaters and 185 co-anglers and 181 boaters, and I guess I got a few more boaters.
Yeah,
Wow!
yeah, yeah, that's impressive.
Did you see the weights there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
24 on the boater side, but on the
Mm-hmm.
co-angler side, it was three fish: 17, 16,
Yeah.
15, 14, 14.
Yeah.
Three
Yeah.
5 pounders, and you don't even win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
A
that's
year ago,
crazy.
I was there February like 13th or 14th, yeah, 13th or maybe it was the 14th. And yeah, I come in, it's like 15.5, 15.2, 14.8 in the top three.
For a co's.
For Coes, for three.
Yeah.
My
Well, Lake
boater
of the
got
Ozarks
20
last
pounds, he
year,
didn't even get a check.
that March Lake of the Ozarks last year, I think the guy had a pretty good bag. At least
Yeah,
15 to win it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
somebody always catches them.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see here. Thatch, he's waiting for the Kentucky Lake Opener. It's 228 the next Saturday, right, Brad? James, you fishing that one? Tim, I know you do Illini. Are you doing Lake of Ozarks? I know Matt is doing Lake of Ozarks. Dustin, are you just doing Illini? Or are you doing Ozarks? I know you're going up to Great Lakes here. We got a couple other guys, don't know who they are. Yeah. I saw Tin Horse Monty's practicing, man. I tell you, he's been out there working hard all winter in those
Mm-hmm.
cold days. He is prepared.
Yeah, he'll be dialed in. I bet he does good the first one especially.
Yeah, and like Levi Cole and what's his face, Clint Knight, and all those guys that are doing like the pro circuits. They got boats from High Tech and the other. They're off on the big tournaments. I mean, I wonder if they're going to make it back for some BFLs or it's going to be limited. Ethan Fields is out there on that pro circuit as well.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting to
Colby,
see who's in it.
that Colby Chinook that fishes he was a ball one Sunday.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I seen the boat coming. I told my buddy, I was like, I think that's who that is because I've seen his boat before. And we got out, we left, and his truck was there with the name on it. I said, I told you that's who it was. He's like, how'd you know that? I'm like, well, I've sat right next to him in the water before. I know,
Yeah. His
know the boat. So
his 25 Phoenix is for sale. I saw it on Facebook
mm-hmm.
Marketplace or Boat Trader or one of those going by. Was it that
Mm-hmm.
boat or did he have his new one? Because everyone's got their new boats. They get new boats every year.
it looked the same. I don't know. I don't know what his new one looks like compared to the old one, but
Yeah.
it was wrapped still. So I don't know.
Yeah. God, it must be tough, having to transfer your stuff every year to a new boat and having the hassle of having all new electronics put on and brand
Right.
new batteries. It must suck.
Right. Yeah. Breaking the motor in.
Yeah. Oh man, that's got to be a pain in the butt, huh?
Yeah.
That's probably what he's doing down at Baldwin. I can't open it up. I got to go 6 hours and break it in.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Oh, Brian. Yeah, Brian will be at Las. Okay. Are you fishing the whole deal there at Lake of Ozarks this year, Brian? I don't know if I saw you out there. Timothy, that's right. You're LBL and Illini. Yeah. We're not going to make the first tournament, first LBL. Is that what you mean? Dustin, Illinois, Great Lakes mostly. Sebastian, yeah, for your BDA kickoff event. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, um, kind of late change here. I forgot if I said it last time. I was going to do that Great Lakes one, but they rescheduled the first Ozarks from 131 and it conflicted on that date. So I flopped it over. I didn't have a link yet. I'd probably get one later, but I don't know. Eric, you're doing Ozarks and Illini, right?
Yeah. I'm only going to do 3 Illini. I've got, we got a trip planned on one of them, and then I got a work thing that they schedule way in advance that's on the super tournament. So I got to catch him in first. I got to catch him in those 3 or I'm going to be in trouble, but we'll see.
Yeah. And then you usually do some USA Bassins. Are you still doing that this year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're going to do, we're actually going to go down to the Kentucky Lake and fish the championship. We got into 2 of them.
Cool.
We got big bass in the Table Rock division last year, so that gets you into the fish big bass or something like that, and then that qualifies you for the championship. But we're more doing it for just fun to go fishing. It's not. I don't expect to win anything. You got Levi Coles in that, and like there's big boys are there. Yeah. We already looked and their names are signed up. I'm like, oh shit, but it'll be fun.
Well, hey, you got to go down there to get some experience. We're going to have the Illini regionals down there at Kentucky Lake this year, right? Am I remembering right?
Yeah.
And it's not that far. And it's a kind of a different style of fishing, so it's good for versatility. I mean, it's Tennessee River kind of fishing,
Right. And they're only like $60 entry fees, so it's kind of a trip for us to get away and fish. And she loves fishing too, so it's good. It'll be fun.
You're a lucky man. And did you do the Winners Series? Weren't you doing a Winter Series for USA too?
Well, we were going to do the full blown Table Rock one, and we fished the first one and won it, and then we're down there to fish the 2. They have one on a Saturday, Sunday, and that's when my back decided it wasn't going to go the first day, and we drove
that's
home.
Right.
So,
yeah,
which sucked because we would have had our points if we'd have just fished those 2 events, because we fished I think we fished a Kincaid fall one too, and we blanked in it, but you get 50 points. So we were at 150, and you need 250 to get regional stuff. So we'll do a couple of probably Kincaid or maybe a Wren. We just usually will jump in one if we see there's one on a weekend somewhere. We just run over and jump in it.
And that brings up another side subject I was thinking about. The last 2 years, I'm like, man, I got to get in fishing shape. I got to lose some holiday pounds. I got to get some more walking in. I got to get ready to go. I was losing all kind of good weight. In the last 2 weekends, I've been out of town and some parties and this and that. And I'm like, oh man, put weight back on. I'm like, I got to get back on. I could feel it a little bit last year, getting older, getting a little puffy in the middle, the back a little bit too here. And then I saw, some of you guys, I think, in fact, you turned me on. YouTube shows me who follows me and who they follow. And like 6 months ago, I saw, hey, all you guys follow, a lot of you guys follow this Mark Fisher Outdoors. Well, he was at that pro circuit and his gout flared up and he had to leave. He couldn't fish the whole tournament. So, he's back to that health message. And it's just like, yeah, as we get we're getting a little older, a little soft in the middle. If your wife can't rib you enough, maybe fish in shape. That's trying to be my new motivation. I'm not executing well, but it just hit me hard about thinking about it again. So we ain't getting any younger, and
Yeah, for sure. It's a thing. I mean, you stand up there in that boat for hours and hours. It'll wear on you.
Well, yeah, you're up, you're down, you're rocking. You're always, if you're anywhere, especially on Kentucky Lake, man, you're doing this the whole freaking time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a workout. And then multi-days like the Toyotas. And if you go practice beforehand, oh man, I tell you, yeah. Okay, Mario, missing the first LBL. I'll be there for the rest. So Mario, you're just doing LBL. Do you do any other ones, Illini or anything like that, or you travel around? Still got my road trips be out on Grand Lake in March because the Ozarks Regional is going to be at Grand Lake, and you got to go last year. I have no experience, so I'm like, you know what? I actually got a link for that one. So
when is that one? What's the date?
March 7th, Saturday, March 7th. It'll be their first one, I believe. I believe the Okie division maybe is that one.
Hmm.
And then the guy's like, come on, fish all of them. I need a link. I'm like, I kind of far away from me.
Yeah, maybe I'll
just
see if I can get a link for that one.
Yeah. You think about hopping in?
Yeah, that was a fun lake. I liked it.
Oh, well, let me know. I haven't made any reservations yet. I was just thinking I need to get close on that.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
All right, guys. Kind of, one of the things our buddy Matt brought up was, kind of co-angler, kind of bait strategies. Kind of hit the general stuff in my boot camp series. I was hoping to have the next one done, but kind of life's gotten in the way of a few things here. I won't get to that one here till maybe next week. But this time of the year, I don't think it's any secret. Early spring, still from winter. I think you guys got to have one of these puppies with you. I'm going to have one.
Yep.
I got the Flash Mob Junior here. I got a couple other varieties and stuff here. I hate the things. I'm surprised they're allowed in tournaments, but they are. BFL rules is correct me if I'm wrong. 5 wires, 5 spinners, 3 hooks. You can have 2 falses, and I believe that's okay on Lake of Ozarks and Table Rock still, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's Missouri's rule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I got 3 of them in my bag.
3 of them, huh? Mm-hmm.
I broke 2 off on Table Rock last year, so
ready to just take your wallet out and start throwing $100 bills in the water.
It's fine.
That's the thing I think is so challenging as a co-angler because last year I dumped 2 in the Toyotas and I'm like, oh man. And I didn't even get to, I fished one for about 20 minutes and I fished one, maybe 10, 15 minutes and then maybe about another 20 minutes later. And, the sneaky cables or if you can't look at live scope and I mean, you see the guy scoping, they can see exactly where the brush pile is, where the log is, where the snag is, where the cable is, and you can miss it. But if we're blind and we don't got the scope, you're blind,
yep.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
and it sure makes it tougher, especially if the fish aren't up. You got to get that rig further down, and then it's just snag city. So, any strategies there?
So after last year breaking 2 of them off at Table Rock in the trees because you can't see it, my boater was good. He would go back, and I learned, I've thrown an A-rig quite a bit. And the biggest thing is you'll feel it. It's going to hit something. It'll start dragging real heavy. Sometimes as a fish, but The worst thing
yank.
to do is pull, right?
Yeah.
Just if you can let it sit and get that motor to go back, and you just push your button and let it drop, it'll come off of there like 90% of the time. If you pull into it, it's done.
You're burying
You're not getting it back. So
yeah.
I searched up some weedless like swim bait heads. So they got like a curve in them, like a wide gap hook with a 1/8 ounce jig head. So I thought if it gets too bad, like if I break off, I may try that just to see if I can get it to come through better. But I haven't thrown anything with it yet. I've got the hooks with me, but
yeah, I've heard the guys talking about that. Maybe you'll lose a fish, but if you use the light wire hooks, you'll just lose a hook. Or it'll open up as opposed to your whole rig. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've never heard of that before. That's a good tip.
Yeah, they just bend the hook out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But if you get that 5 or 6 pounder, it's gonna bend the hook out.
Yeah, it could. Yeah. They're stronger than you think, though. I mean, your drags, loosen your drag up a little, maybe, and that'll help. But it depends on what line you're throwing on it. Like if I'm going somewhere and it's pretty dirty water, I'll throw it on like 65-pound braid or something, just so you don't have to worry about that. I've had stripers break them too. Like,
oh yeah,
they'll break the arms off of them. They hit them. If I see them on live scope, I'm gonna throw at them. Usually, if they're stripers, just because they're fun. They're fun to catch, but they will break your A-rigs. So, but yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think I want to have one on. Jerkbait's probably going to be my number one.
Oh, we got a question here from Matt. Have you guys ever used the micro A-rig? I grabbed my A-rig box and I had forgotten early last year. I had bought one and I threw it a couple times and it went in the bottom box and forgot about it. I think it was the tactical bassing guys. So I do have that one. I didn't catch anything on it, but I kind of forgot about it. So I did recycle that. I'm not sure. Have you used any micros?
No, I just used that Flash Mob Junior. I bought a couple of the Hog Farmer ones. Those are the ones I lost at Table Rock. So $25 a whack just for the lure part of it.
Yeah,
it's a little.
And then all the heads and all the baits. I mean, it's another $6-7 in baits and $6-7 in $50.
I just went to with the Flash Mob Junior because they'll run a sale on them and you get them for a little cheaper. But no, I'm sure those micro ones would work. And there was a guy last year down there that was saying he threw really small, like tiny baits on his. So, but that was when all them shad, when they had that big shad kill.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. I think you got to kind of play that a little bit, but I don't know.
You got to see what kind of mood they're in. I mean, we're behind the season. Normally it'd be okay. I mean, it's warming up. They've been catching some big stringers out there. Boaters, scopers, co-anglers. You don't know if your guy's throwing an A-rig. You throw an A-rig behind your guy if he's throwing an A-rig?
So I did it at Table Rock, but that kid was he was like sitting up on a point kind of, so he was looking out to the middle over trees, and I had the bank behind me, so I was throwing it behind me, and he was throwing out in front of him, and that's how I caught mine. Were behind him, so if we were going down the bank,
did you have side scan on so you could see if there was shit, or were you blind?
Blind.
Yeah.
Just fan casting.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you're going down the bank and they're throwing it, or you're out over a point and they're throwing it, I think you got to probably try something different. I don't know. Unless they're just like slamming.
Unless they're whacking them. Yeah.
Where you're going to get bit, but.
Or they're probably throwing bigger baits. Maybe you want to throw smaller baits. Maybe you want to have a different color. Paddle tails versus twitchy tails, right?
Yeah, biggest thing is watch their retrieve. Like if you know what weight they're using, just try to count it down. Like count how long they're waiting, letting it fall before they start cranking. Because you don't have to move them much. I mean, you barely have to
just get it going.
Things. They try to rise. So it's, if you've watched them on live scope, it's hard to get them down there. Sometimes you'll see fish down there and you're like, come on, get down there. So that's what I would recommend, is just count it down. Get really good at counting your cast down and just keep that reel, try to keep that rhythm. I'll count my reel a lot of times, like how long it takes me to turn the handle. And I try to focus on that when I'm throwing.
You probably want a low gear ratio on that rod too, for sure, right?
Yeah, it can't hurt you, help you slow down. It's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, slowing down is the hardest thing to do. We think we're going slow, and we're probably not going near slow enough. I mean, you watch the pros, and they're just really slow.
Yeah. Or I've seen a lot of videos and people talk about, oh yeah, my boater was really cool. He said, slow down now, slow down. Always with the Eric, slow down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that thing, I mean, it drags so much water and it's trying to rise. So you got to really just let it. You can watch videos of guys throwing A-rigs, and you watch them. They'll pitch it out there and they're counting it down to whatever, and then they'll start turning that reel. And I mean, you can watch their hand turn it. It's not like they're, reeling. Yeah. It's just, they're just turning it and letting it. You want it to keep level, because that's what shad do. Watch shad in the water when they stay at a level most of the time. They're not. Yep. They may speed up a little if something's chasing them, but it's not a real erratic.
Right. Let's see. What was Dustin saying? I hear you, man. Tournament. One of us going down there. One right there with you. Yeah. Yeah. He got real sick that day. Was having all those issues. I hope you're all through that and ready. I hope you're in fishing health, man, because the season's here. 6 cents. Yeah, I got a 6 cents rig, but it's really big and beefy. So, taking it out myself, co-angler, they'd have to be, I think, kind of really, really wanting that guy to hit that.
Yeah, the A-rig's not our ideal thing to throw, unless you're in like over a point. If they get you over a point or something where they've got shad pushed up there, or
suspended.
I think it's going to be something that would be better later in the day if that sun gets up and warms the rocks up a little bit and they start moving up a little. They're going to get a little more active. But without not being able to see so Lake of the Ozarks, 50% of docks have a brush pile around them somewhere.
Brush pile and cables, man. I found them all, right?
Right. Whether the people put them there or fishermen put them there, there's brush there. Like if you drag a jig or something, you're constantly hitting stuff around those docks. So people know what to do,
Yeah.
I think you're better off to, worry about dragging a jig in there or a shaky head, or even this time of year. They'll hit a shaky head. You just got to let it sit there.
Yeah. Shaky head with a nice finessey little worm on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I got a whole new pack ready to go.
Yeah, that'll be good. But like I said, I'll be focusing probably on a jerkbait for 75% of the time, unless,
I got a brand new Ozarks color when I was at Bullseye Bait and Tackle the other day.
There you go.
The Junior +1. Now, it's going to be shallow for some of the docks, but if we're in front of the docks, they're kind of out on those wave breaks or whatever, according to what they're doing. I didn't have +1s, in the juniors here, and I was kind of short last time. I got some regular ones too here. What kind of jerk baits you like to throw?
I've got a couple of the Mega Bass 110s. I didn't take any deep diving ones with me.
Yeah.
I think they'll be, if they're suspending and we can catch them on them, I would rather catch them on the regular ones. Those deep ones, I get in trouble with them.
You can get in trouble on. Yeah, that's why I had to reinforce that one. Yep.
Yeah, and I don't have live scope to look at it. So I just have the regular ones I picked up. I got a couple of 6 cents ones. I like theirs. Tackle Warehouse had some that were real similar to Mega Basses that were some kind of off brand. I got a couple of those, but mainly in Pro Blue.
Pro Blue. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a couple of Stunnas too. I like the Stunnas are pretty good.
I picked up the Stunna in a matte. It's like a matte shad color. It's
Matte
like
shad, yeah, huh?
but,
Pro Blue, matte shad, and something translucent. You're covered.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I got Clown. I have a Clown.
A Clown, yeah.
6 cents. So depending on what arm your boater goes to, if they stay in, if the water's a little dirtier, clear. If it's going to be clear, the water's going to be pretty clear. I fished there enough in April in the Bash and stuff that it's hard to find dirty water unless they really run.
Unless we get a rain the day before or something. Yeah.
Yeah, which right now it ain't coming, and the lake's down.
Yep.
So they're probably not going to be pulling water. There's I don't know. It's going to be. I would say you're going to be fishing clear water, and which any kind of translucent jerkbait will work there. Just keep it in your hand.
Yeah.
I go with 10-pound line. It's a medium action rod, 6'8". It's pretty whippy. Like you set the hook on a little one, it looks like it's a giant, but it's.
Yeah, I got my 6'8" medium spinning rod, and I got 8-pound on it. A lot of people, I tried it on 6-pound, and man, you can throw them a mile, and you can get down deeper. But retying and just that 6-pound breaks. 8-pound just seems so much more solid than 6-pound.
Mm-hmm. And that first one last year, I fished with Marcus Sequoia.
Oh yeah,
and I got a jerkbait masterclass, so
nice.
I'm matching what he was doing, and I'm pretty sure my boat.
Is your video up online? Can I watch it?
No, there's no video for that. It was I've told you everything that he was doing.
Yeah,
that color.
You told me he was a Hoover, and there weren't many seconds.
Oh yeah, unless you were trash fishing, I would have won the trash fishing championship down there because I caught about a 25-pound buffalo and a big catfish, but he didn't want those. He wasn't trying to catch those. So,
yeah.
But no, seriously, he was super slow, 10-second counts, twitch, 10 seconds, count it. And then what he told me is if I wanted to catch one on a jerk, I had to let it sit there longer than he did. So I would try to go to 12 seconds, or then sometimes I'd go before him. I would go shorter, but it was interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Watch him do it.
What was the water temperature when you were with him last year? Remember?
I think it was upper 40s. It was pretty cold.
Okay.
It was later. It was March, but it was still cold last year. It stayed cold later. Last year we had all that snow in January, February.
Yep.
Because if Big Freeze, they were there the week before for the Toyota, right? Or was it 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was ice out. It was a shad kill too.
So it was probably about what we're gonna fish now, if not colder.
It's a little cooler. Yeah, I think it's gonna
fish.
Yeah.
So
oh.
It could be good.
The old sinking rising debate. What's your feeling on that for the jerk baits? He's asking, I'm sure.
I would rather, if it's going to do anything but sink a little bit,
or neutral,
or just sit there dead still. I've even gone as far as to fill the sink up with colder water and dip, push them down in there and see if I can, or I'll put dots on them to get them to just sit underneath the water. But now I've got some of that 6 cents.
And if you put them in the sink, man, you don't want this or that because it's so natural. They got to sit. Mm-hmm. They got to sit straight. Fish know that, especially in the colder water when you got to let them sit.
Yeah. Yep. So I got some of that 6 cents, that lead wire with me that you can put on the hooks, a little bit of it on the hooks. It doesn't take much. But you can watch the water.
A turn or two, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Twitch it a couple times and let it sit there. I don't know. I'm sure there's times when it makes a difference, but I would rather it sink a little bit because I always feel like it's up
Pulling it up.
kind of high. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, good to hear. All right, I got my new buddy here, Nathan from Snoopy's Tackle here, and I was going to show you. He's got this really cool custom Ned. Check this thing out. It's called a Medusa. It's got like these little floaters on there. If you see my Facebook post on it, he posted a little bit of video. He was in the fish tank, and these things just kind of, just float up and just sit there, right? And it's kind of a little flat tail type of little tiny worm here, all kind of different colors here. Couple oddball pink ones here, just in case here. I got some pink stuff. You can hit them up online at Snoopy's Custom Lures. It'll come up in Facebook Marketplace or see my post there. Definitely a Ned rig. Last year at the Toyota, that was about the only way co-anglers were catching them. It was straight ice out, and the water temperature was 37 to 38 or 39 day one, and only like 38 to 40 on day two. It should be a little bit better than that, not just ice out, but I did see it was just iced over 2 weeks ago in a bunch of parts.
Yeah, but we got like they're going to have about 4 days in a row of almost 70 degrees. So, and like you said, the days are getting a little longer.
Yeah,
that always helps. Those fish know they're probably not as affected as much by that water or the temperature as we are. Like they're used to it.
Right. Yeah. They're cold-blooded. We're warm-blooded.
Right. So, they did. Matches said they had a good rain also. Yeah, hopefully that brings it up a little bit because guy comes into work and saying it was down like 6 feet or more.
Yeah, I think I heard someone say that it's like 5.5 feet down or something.
Mm-hmm. Which they drop it every year anyway.
Well, yeah, everybody's down. I mean, that Lake Martin Bass Master was like 10 feet low. I mean, all the shorelines were the docks weren't even in the water. Most of the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And usually a rain will be a little bit warmer. I think you're supposed to get some rain during the week, but did they call it all off now? Because it was going to push into Saturday, and I saw it wasn't, but I didn't see if they're going to push it off, or who knows. It'll change again.
Yeah, wait till about Wednesday, Thursday, then they'll know.
Yeah.
So
we hit, the Neds, the Shakies are little finesse guys here. I had this guy tied on from last year. I forgot where I got it. It's like a little purple guy with a, kind of a weird little worm here. I forget. I don't even know what it is or if I have anymore. I just took that off one of the poles. I was cleaning up. I got all lines on, cleaned up the poles. I got them ready to go. Getting excited. I got too much bait here to choose from, and I'm not bringing it all. I still haven't pared down yet.
I've been working on that for about a week. I pretty much finished it tonight, and it's the lightest bag I've ever taken.
Yeah.
With the least amount of stuff. I literally have finesse jigs, some in one color, and green pumpkin, some different trailers. I got a couple football head jigs. Everything's green pumpkin. A couple Cincos, some Neds.
Yep.
Baits.
And I have some Cincos.
I did bring a couple rattle traps and some rock crawlers just in case.
Yeah.
But,
I was just looking for my flat siders.
Yeah. I really just need to stick to throwing the jerk bait. It's 3 bites. We need 3 bites.
Yeah.
This year I've got to do better mentally.
Yeah, me too. That's why I was just like, 2 and 2. I'm thinking maybe 3 spinning rods, and well, you got to have I got to have my jerk bait rod is a spinning rod, not a bait caster. I just kind of like that. I don't know why. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
just threw him in a bait caster and first and thought I was doing okay, and I just seemed to do better on a spinning rod.
Mm-hmm.
And then a bigger, a bait caster. If you're going to throw that A rig, I need something a little beefier for that. That might be a little bit too beefy for a jig. So kind of a jig, kind of jig crankbait, bait caster I can use for both. And then like, a net and a Senko or a minnow, some type of a minnow, blind minners,
Mm-hmm.
big, big deal on the blind minners here with, scopers getting cut off from scoping. They're kind of more not completely blind, throwing at targets, throwing at docks, throwing it where they know brush piles are without, a little blind or out on suspended fish. But I've been doing the blind minnow thing as a co-angler for years. I can't tell you. Um, I think the mare isn't as good as it used to be, but man, I could throw a mare. I get the little 3.5 incher, throw it along docks and logs, smaller than the boater in front of me, and yeah, I'd catch smaller fish, but I get bites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll have a swim bait tied on. I kind of hope they're doing. That's if he's going quicker. That's where
Yeah,
I'll probably switch to that, and um, I would say I would try to fish deeper than him if he's up. Especially if he's getting in between the docks and trying to. I
yeah,
would fish out in front of those
in
docks.
front of the docks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
let them fish shallow, fish slow. That's going to be the key for us. There's so many fish in that lake. Like there's no reason
oh my
we
God,
shouldn't
yeah,
be able to. I mean, I think our goal just needs to be, as we were talking about before the thing about who we're fishing against, right? Like we got a pretty good group of guys and everything. Like we're probably better off just help everybody try to make the regional, and catch
yeah,
fish. Like that's
yeah,
what we're out there for.
yeah,
And hope one of us wins it. I mean, there's
totally.
no reason to keep secrets and hide what we're doing. There's no secrets. Like everybody's doing the same thing. Sometimes you
Yeah,
just need the confidence of what to throw and
and it's the rotation. I'm over here, you're over there. What I caught him on a shaky head at 9 in the morning, maybe you catch nothing at 3 in the afternoon on that spot, or you catch them on the jerk bait in the afternoon of the minnow, not the shaky head. I mean, uh,
mm-hmm.
you never know, right?
Yep.
Or even hey, hey, can you just get me a spot boat, or just give me a spot? Just give me 10
Yeah.
minutes by one of those break walls,
A
and
12-inch spotted
I need
bass.
a
Yeah.
points fish. I need one
Right.
12-inch fish. That's what I was thinking in that Toyota. I'm like, I need one 12-inch spot today. That's what I'm when we were down there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, hopefully, little
Yeah, I
stain.
remember.
Yeah, that'll help.
Yeah,
Or we're going
for
to have to be
sure.
fishing deeper, right? If it's super
Mm-hmm.
clear. Last year, both days on the Toyota, man, we like never got shallow. I mean, we tried it once in this one little bay that seemed to be warming up, but nothing. Everyone said they were deeper last year. The guys that caught anything were in 25, 15 to 25.
Yeah.
But the water is going to be warmer
Mm-hmm.
this year.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be in as funky of a mood
Yeah.
as they were for that.
Well, and the shad kill. Now, someone said they didn't see the shad kill last week. Is it going to happen this week or when it cools off? Right when we get there next weekend? That was a killer too. Everywhere we showed up, oh my God! And I mean, either it was shad like honkers or little ones. That's all there was.
Little
There's
red
nothing in
things.
between.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where those guys were doing so well in that A rig, throwing that little bitty like grub or whatever. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So anybody going to be throwing a chartreuse grub like Hank Cherry?
Mhm. He
Chartreuse
did
probably
say,
not the right
I don't know if,
color, but a
yeah.
grub.
Saturday they had him on. He didn't make the cut, and they were talking to him, and he Mercer brought it up, and he was talking about it, and he said that's when it's basically a shad kill lure. Like that's why he was throwing it at Gunnersville. He also said that he ran into G-Man on practice day 3, and G wasn't catching him, and he said Hank told him he had like 22 pounds in like 10 minutes. And G-Man was like, "Are you kidding me?" And he's like, "No." And he gave him the lures. He's like, "Here's what I'm catching them on. Here's a couple of the jig heads." And he said G texted him later in the day and said, I can't figure it out. And then he went out there and won it on that. But I thought the impressive one was Hartman. He was catching him shaking a minnow without live scope, following those birds around and stuff.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool to see. But I was glad Trey did as well as he did.
Yeah, he came up out of nowhere there.
Mm-hmm.
And on Martin too, man. He was 2 pounds back from the top 10. I mean, he was like in 20th, but he's like in 3rd or 4th in AOI now.
Mm-hmm. And he lost. I think he lost a couple of good fish that cost him.
On day 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it happens to everybody. You get those light biters and you keep seeing, man, they're just hooks, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, big time. Boat speed of the boater here, man. If he's going, if he's going fast, man, I forgot who it was. There's some guy going so fast. I'm like, I could hardly fish anything. He was going so fast.
Mm-hmm. This time of year,
I doubt it.
You don't run into that. Yeah, like they should know better. But
yeah, you never know who you draw.
yeah. Maybe they know something. Sometimes if the water's clear, you want to move a little quicker. That way the fish can't zero in on your lure quite as good. Like if they can see it real good, they're probably not going to hit it. If you get
I was going to bring that up, kind of reminds me. I haven't watched scoping videos in a while, but all these fishing competitions, they're showing the scope. If he's starting to come to get it, you can't sit there. You start pulling it away. That makes him commit to biting it as opposed to just sniffing it.
Mm-hmm.
Or they were just going, if they come at it aggressively, it doesn't matter, right? When they're really flying.
They're hit it.
Yeah. When they come out of that brush pile, you know it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was the Ozarks Super Tournament, and my guy didn't have any fish, and he was going faster and faster and faster, and I'm like, I got a jig, I can hardly throw it and get a cast in. He was going so quick.
Yeah, we've all been there though. Like we probably do it as co-anglers. I do it. I know I'm guilty of.
Oh yeah.
Of it. So.
No fish, you get. God,
you're trying, to hit everything you can, and you just slow down a little bit, and sometimes.
Remember, we're doing it for the love of the game, right? And then it calms you down.
Yeah, I think sometimes after I catch a fish, I speed up. Like I can get a good rhythm going, and I'm catching a few.
Yeah.
Then you don't catch a few, and then all of a sudden you're like, you get worked up a little bit, but this time of year, I think. Matt talked about it when he was on, like picking your target, right? Like, if you feel like he's going too fast, he's got to slow down at some point. Like he's got to make a catch, just wait and try to time it, and just really like watch. Okay, what's he gonna throw at? What can I throw at? Or
what did he miss?
If I think there's a question if I can throw in there or not, I usually just ask, and I've almost never had one tell me no. Like if I see they've passed something up and I don't know, I'll be like, can I throw in there? And they're, oh yeah, go ahead. Most of the time they're pretty good about it. But I could see that being an issue if they're burning. You're trying to throw a jerk bait. It's got to sit there. You can't be burning it behind them. But you can, you can flip a swim bait out there and drag it, just or throw a jig and open your bail and just
let it go. I've had to do that.
Yeah. And there, it may not be bad if he's going to go around a dock. You can get it on one side of the dock and let it sink, and then you're almost pulling underneath the dock like nobody's fishing there. So I think,
Or into those dock cables, I can hit them all.
Yeah, no kidding. Dion Hippen talked about that one time on 10 Horse, where he would do that on purpose. He would cast on one side of the dock, let his line sink, pull around to the other side of the dock, and then pull his lure underneath the dock.
Mm-hmm.
So just interesting stuff. But
yeah, that's kind of how I caught my one fishing at Ozarks Super. The guy went around. There was like a swim raft on the side of a dock, and he went around it. So I casted back over it. I came under the meat of it, nice and slow, and boom.
Just hide in the shade under there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Nobody's probably gotten under there all day, you know.
Well, so. Yeah, it was kind of closed off, so there wasn't holes to get under it. Yeah.
At Grand in the regional, I was catching fish, throwing between the there's a lot of jet ski floats there. And there's a gap.
Oh, those pull-on jet skis, right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
And there's a gap between them. And I was throwing it up in that between the gap and catching. I never caught a keeper that way, but I caught multiple short fish getting in there like that. So
you got to, you know what? Hey, we got to do what we can do. You got to weed through some of those little tiny guys. That's what we do. We weed through them, right?
Right.
Neko, I consider that basically a different version of a shaky head, but another just kind of tweak on the presentation, or like taking your Senko and Texas rigging, all those varieties. Definitely good. Drop shot. We didn't mention drop shot. That's something that I have not done a lot of, that I told myself this year I need to get that drop shot tied on. I got those little caddies so they don't get all twisted up and you get them snagged up. But if they're going to be off the bottom. Now, if the water's cold, I don't know when it's really cold, but I guess you could have a drop shot more like a power shot and a really short leader. But I'm no expert on that. You got thoughts on the old drop shot there, Eric?
I've thrown it at Table Rock some. And the smallmouth and spots seem to like it better than
more than the
largemouth. Yeah, but I bought some stuff to take down with me, and I had it in my original setup. I had the weights and the hooks in there, along with like Texas rig stuff to go with me. And when I decided I wasn't taking Texas rig stuff and I wanted to narrow it down a little more, like that's probably my least most confidence would be a drop shot. So I thought, would I rather throw a Ned rig or a jig or a drop shot? And I'd choose a Ned rig or a jig over a drop shot. But that's just my comfort level. Like I'm not comfortable throwing. I bet it would be fine. Like you could, especially if the shag kill is going on, like you could pitch that thing out there and just let it sit on the bottom, or just that shad just sitting there, real slow. Or you just barely shaking your rod. It probably could be a good choice. Nico, I don't know. I played around with it last year some, throwing it at Baldwin, and there you go.
I bought these specially for that.
So it's comfort level. I mean, kind of like Jeff said, I think that Nico rig is a cross between you could say it's a shaky head, or it's a weighted wacky rig, even almost like.
Yeah, you can tight line it, you can slack line it, you can hop it, you can crawl it, you can swim it.
Yeah.
It's kind of super versatile.
Yeah, I just haven't played with it enough to feel comfortable, where I'm like, yep, this is what I'm going to do. My guy at Wren last year, the boater, caught his keepers off of it that way, off the bridges.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they probably don't see too many of those. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I had a guy in Kentucky Lake. That's all he did all day, and he was really good at it. So he was catching them, and I kind of wasn't. So I'm like, okay. And he gave me some pointers. I said, this is what I'm learning today because I hadn't been confident with it. It changed my perspective. I went back to my little lake in the middle of summer, and it gets really hard. And there's days in the middle of summer they would bite nothing but that little net.
Hmm.
Dustin, you a drop shot guy? You always got that in your arsenal? Yes, Brian. Yeah, we talked about this on another one, maybe that rules video. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting. The boater's total strategy is going to change now. I mean, not everyone was a super scoper. Some guys were using it. A lot of older guys use it just to find the structure, as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to really shaking the minnow per se. But that's on kind of a line out. On Lake of Ozarks and Kentucky Lake, I find most people using the scope, even the other guys are more scopers than the Illini guys. Different
Mm-hmm.
lakes, deeper lakes, but I mean Shelbyville's pretty deep. It's got deep channels. I know a lot of guys doing really well fishing deeper because they know everybody's bank beating there.
Yeah, your guy last year did it. That's how he caught his limit, wasn't it?
Yep, yep.
Would he have caught his limit in a 3 hour window?
No, if there had been a 3 hour window, he probably would have started with it, and he had lost a good one, two. He would have had three. It took him all day to get those extra two keepers,
Mm-hmm.
um, and with the scope. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, though. I think, like Brian said, at least you're not going to get stuck with that, where they're just like grinding on it all day. Like they can,
abyss locked.
yeah, they can, you know, go hit some few brush piles and um, do their thing, and then they're going to have to go hunting. Which is good for
Yeah,
us because then that gets us in around those docks, or I mean, as long as they
yep,
get somewhere where there's a channel swing and a point, or a channel swing by the docks, or I mean, there'll be fish there. That lake is full of fish.
Otis, I haven't looked at deep dive here since last fall, and I know they've had like 4 or 5 updates. So they got a bite window. Is that like the Solunar tables? I used to believe in that stuff as a kid. I got Field and Stream, and my dad and I would
Hmm.
look at those Solunar tables, and they weren't perfect, but they were really good indicators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I have that membership for that too, but I don't know, it's kind of random. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
only so much information. I don't know where he pulls all his information from, but um, if you want to do something fun and you haven't messed with AI, use it once and see what it tells you. It's
yeah,
pretty. It pulls from the whole internet. Now again, the only problem with it is it pulls from the internet, right? So like it's just like what we deal with when you get a boater draw, especially in the line
yeah.
eye division. No offense to them guys, but you never know who to believe. Are they really on them, or are they just I had 100 bites here yesterday. Well, if we get 100 bites here yesterday and we didn't get a bite today, you might not be telling the truth. So
Are you talking crappie or bass?
right. So that's the only thing with the AI is it's pulling tournament results and whatever it
Hmm.
finds, but it honestly is surprisingly accurate on what it will tell you. I've done it a couple times just to see what it like. You can tell it. I'm going to fish Lake of the Ozarks this Saturday. Use the weather
Hmm.
conditions and like give me 5 baits I need to throw, and it'll list you off like, and you can tell it you're a co-angler and it understands what a co-angler is. It'll say if your boater's doing this, you know, do this, or if they're it's pretty interesting to see. Like at least it gives you something to think about. Like hopefully it makes sense to you, or like you look at it and you can relate to it and be like, oh, okay, that, that makes sense. So I just think it's funny. Just something I was playing with. I use it for emails at work and stuff. And I was like, I wonder if it can do that. So I typed it in just to see, and it sure can.
Oh yeah. Drew Gill was on BTL a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm using it at work too, more and more. And I'm just like, I hadn't thought about it, and I played around with it a little bit and went, ooh. And
Yeah.
That's a pretty it took me a few years to figure that out.
Yeah.
And a lot of hours on the water.
The one I've done, I did the one for Lake of the Ozarks just to see and I'm kind of basing my bag off of it. But it was already stuff I had. Like we had talked about weeks ago, kind of what we thought was going to be, and then I searched it after, and it's pretty cool how it picked like pretty much what I was thinking. But the one even broke it down and said it was like, now if you'll tell me what arm you're fishing in, I can give you a more detailed. Like it broke it down to like if you're going to the glaze arm, if you're going to this arm. Like that in depth of what it thought would be your baits to throw. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I threw in Lake Shelbyville and talked about spawn, and where it said to go, I'm like, oh, okay.
I need it for that lake.
Well, everybody does. There's just not a huge population of bass because there's not a big population of forage because there's not enough cover and structure for the forage, and there's no grass, so it's clay and silt.
Yeah, so just all roaming.
Yeah.
What's Matt saying?
Asking if it's too early for a spinner bait. It kind of seems like it. You'll never know. You'll go from a no spinner bait weekend to catching 6-7 pound mamas 3-4 days later, a week later. So
right.
I say it's a toss up.
Yeah, guys if they'll hit an A rig, they'll hit a spinner bait.
Well,
it's similar. Like
or
guys used to throw a big Colorado blade. You used to see them doing that all the time when it was cold. They just slow roll it. I mean, you just keep that blade thumping. I mean, they just think it's a big gizzard shad swimming by, and
I even picked up a little bladed jig. Even in that crazy kind of red color. But I mean, if the water's under 50 degrees, if it's under 50 degrees, it's probably not going to be good. But 50 degrees is where the crawfish turn from a reddish color to more the brownish color. So that's why the spring color, like in the crankbaits or whatever. I have a small spinner bait, but I was talking, Eric, about last year. I whacked some big ones early. I mean, like in central Illinois, and say first, second week of March, a big willow leaf spinner bait. I mean, with a big shad and a big bait, mimicking those big shad. I was surprised, but that's what they were catching them on in other tournaments. And I actually threw a small spinner bait, nothing. I said, what the hell? And I got a bite, a big, like a 3-pounder. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep this in my hand. I was scoping where there were shad balls, though, too.
You remember water temp?
I think 53, 54, probably, a little higher. So that's why I'm like, yeah.
That's definitely a spinnerbait lake, though. I mean, it's well known for.
Well, those big shad, man. I mean, those gargantuan. I couldn't believe the amount of those big shad we saw in the spring from the kill-off last year. I was amazed.
Yeah, there's giant gizzard shad in there. But again, I mean, if I had to pick one lure to throw for the whole thing, I'd throw a jerkbait.
Okay, challenge. Okay, everybody, let's do a poll here. You've got one, even if you're not going to Lake of Ozarks, an online hot poll right here in the comments. You got one bait to throw on Lake of Ozarks next week. You can put one bait in your hand. what would it be? Okay, you're going with the jerk bait.
Yep.
Do we need to get more specific? Deep diver, shallow diver, pro blue?
Shallow, pro blue, just a
Yep.
regular Megabass 110 and pro blue.
Man, what would man, if I had to say one thing, I don't know. I haven't really ever done super well on a jerk bait yet. I mean, I've caught them, but I haven't really had that good day here. I would be between the A rig and a blind small minnow. So I'm going to split the difference and say I would have maybe not the micro, but but the Flash Mob Junior with some smaller guys on it as a co-angler.
Yeah.
If I was just going to have one, it might be expensive, but that's the way I'd go. Normally Lake of Ozarks, pardon?
There could be a 7-pound bite too.
It could be 1 7-pounder. Yeah, totally, right. Totally. Okay, we getting some Neko Wacky finesse jig, live target bait ball spinner rig. Oh, a live target bait ball spinner rig. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I used to have some live target a while ago, and I just think they caught more fishermen than fish, but it was good looking stuff.
It is good looking stuff.
Neko Wacky. Yeah, I mean,
I've thought about.
I mean, there's those small shaky head or Ned. I mean, I almost thought about that Ned rig again, but I just think it's not going to be that cold this year like it was last year. And then, I mean, just the jig in Lake of Ozarks. I mean, yeah, I mean, you can catch them 12 months a year on a jig out there, right?
Yep. Yeah, you can do that anywhere.
It seems though in the spring, just fish in general are hungrier for shad, not the jig stuff until a little later, post spawn maybe. But you always can be wrong. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Dual fret fishing. Oh yeah, what a scam that was. I just mentioned it to Eric. He said, "What are we going to talk about today here?" I haven't watched many of the videos, but I saw it just explode here over the weekend. As you saw, I had my brother-in-law and sister-in-law up by Quad Cities. They live in Wisconsin, and they were going out west, and we're like, "Hey, we can meet somewhere." And my wife goes, "Oh, well, where's there a casino?" And I'm like, "Well, we were in Quad Cities. That's about halfway." And so it was weird to be at the casino, but without fishing in a boat there. And what was even weirder is there was no ice up there in Quad Cities. It was perfectly clean on the river. But on the way up, we went to the back way through Missouri just because I said, let's go a different way here and, go this way. I forgot where we crossed over like an hour and a half south, and it was iced over. It was weird.
That's crazy.
Like Quincy or something like that we went by. I forgot one of those smaller towns. But yeah, it seemed too good to be true, and it seems like there's a bunch of scammers here. Did you hear about this, Eric?
I did, yeah. Who won was it a pro that won the big money, or the one picture I saw looked like two pros holding big checks up?
And yeah, I forgot. The first one was Okeechobee. I saw Matt Steffen went there and fished it by himself with Bear Berghoff because he wasn't there. And then I had a second one on the Harris chain that the other guy did. And they said something about a mix-up with checks in the first one, and I didn't hear anything until all this controversy came out where the checks were bouncing.
Yeah, including the guy's entry fees that they were returning.
No.
Were bouncing. Yeah. The last video I saw today was that Skip Johnson put out was what he thinks is that the guy thought somebody would jump on board and try to buy it from him. When he saw the publicity that it was getting and stuff, he thought, well, somebody will jump on there and buy it, and then he'll be home free. And I don't think anybody jumped on the bandwagon. So now he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What a mess.
Pretty sad. I mean,
I'm glad I don't have those problems.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people spend a lot of money to travel, across the U.S. for, you know, I hope they put those guys in jail. They should be.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he had good intentions, and then it's kind of like, well, the anglers, well, wow, a no name, nobody, no sponsor going to hand out $100,000 a tournament with no entry fees.
Right.
I'm like, wow, it must be some big name, and they're going to like reveal it or something. They just, you know,
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what the somebody that commented down below. I think Dustin did, where he's about the 25 Bass Pro Tour and the 25 Bassmasters going for where the winner gets like 1.25 million or whatever.
oh yeah, no, that's a different one. That's a
Yeah,
real
that's a
deal.
different one. Yeah.
That's the top 25 BPT guys and the Bassmaster guys for like $3 million total, like a million or $1.25 million to the winner. Like they have that $500,000 Gunnersville tournament last year, or was it
Mm-hmm.
$1 million? Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is going to be cool. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
seen any details, but I saw everyone talking to it. I I assume they got real sponsors, and people are going to be really go walking with their eyes open now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which there's got to be. I mean, I don't know. You would think there'd have to be like some backing there, but I guess if they tell you that, oh, this is what it pays to win, right? They get in. So
Yeah, I think people are going to want to see some big name sponsors actually there. They're going to be a little leery, I'm sure.
hmm well, this guy apparently sold. What I saw on it was the guy that's putting this on sold, like he had a company and he sold it. Um, and he's putting that money up because he wants to see those guys get paid what they should be paid. Like, so he's starting something's what he's doing, like,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
hopefully people jump on board with it. But I think it'll be awesome to see. Now, what do they do? I guess is it gonna be a 5 fish limit or? Um,
Well, yeah, they're going to have one day, 5 fish, the other day, the other style. I
mhm.
mean, life scope, what do you want? Okay, 4 day tournament, 2 days Bassmaster, 2 days BPT. BPT is 3 hour scope, 3 periods, all you can catch. And the two Bassmaster days are one day on, one day off,
Yeah, I mean, really, they should do none for the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Let
There's
them
such
go.
a
Like, let's.
controversy.
Yeah, those guys are so good. They're gonna catch him anyway. You just saw him
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
at Gunnersville, and that in conditions were, if me or you were there,
yeah,
we probably wouldn't have got a
Zippo.
bite. Like, yeah, yeah. So with live scope, like, I mean,
Yeah,
it was terrible. So,
yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, those guys are going to catch him. Even the guys that don't catch it, like you go, oh, like, he only caught 12 pounds there. Well, that's 12 pounds more than I would have caught. I guarantee you. That's, you know, so what'd they say
Okay.
for lures? What did everybody?
Yeah, Neko Wacky here. Finesse jig, green pumpkin, little orange. Oh yeah, that's what I caught
Mm-hmm.
him. A little nugget on the end. Yep, agree with you there. James has got his live target bait ball spinner rig. Is that like an A rig kind of thing here? We'll have to look that up. Um, Underspin. Oh, the old cold water underspin. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Weighted wacky Neko. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Jig and a rig. Top of the
Mm-hmm.
column, bottom of the column. Okay. We said one. You put two. You're disqualified. Oh no, he's putting on five.
Oh no,
Brian.
he's got 5. He gave you all the goods.
The old Fritz side, yeah, I was just scouring my tackle boxes for those Fritz side fives, man. I tell you, Scott Martin. Oh yeah, about the whole, yeah, the
Did he
dual
do
threat
well in it or
fishing.
something? Or
Yeah,
he
he
one of
was
the
fishing
ones
it
that?
with his daughter, and it was such a cool
Oh,
thing. Him and his daughter were Hillary were fishing it.
they can't fish anything else, so I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're across the board, and that's how it's going to go. And like any fishing tournament, okay, we're going to prep. We're going to tie up all our rods. We're going to get there. We're going to talk to our buddies. We're going to talk to our boater. We're going to change our approach. We're going to get on the water. We're going to go, oh, wait a second. That's not working. I got to let the fish tell me what they want. You know
Mhm.
what? I don't. I'm not even tying stuff on before I get there.
I'm
And
not
I
either.
can't tell you how many times I go out at night and then I'm just ripping it off 20, 30 minutes in the morning or whatever.
Yeah, you talk to boater. Or, the good thing
Yeah.
is we're staying on the water. So if we get there before dark, we'll be able to kind of get a
Yeah.
look at the water at least. And if we're on the
Yeah.
water, we should be able to walk down to the
Oh,
dock and
yeah.
throw or something. Or
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not. I didn't plan on tying anything on either till I get down there. I'll switch my
Yeah.
lines out and
Yep. Yep. I got poles and reels ready to go. And I was,
yeah, that's those right there going. Those are not
nice.
going.
Small tackle box. Yeah. I haven't done my new tackle box deal here. You see this guy, I got, little bit commercial here, but actually these are, the Plano boxes are like $30 for these boxes. These monster bass boxes are like $15.99. Okay, they're not quite as thick, but man, for half the price, it's a no-brainer, I think. Pretty good little boxes. They got the little wicking thing in there too. I got a
Mhm.
15% off code on my site here in that last video here, so you can even get more money off.
Yeah. And Jessica did their subscription the last couple years, so
Oh, did you get? I just got the last box. Did you get the January box? I just got it a
I
few
don't
days
get
ago.
I don't get it. She was getting it. I think she finally cut it off because they send so much. I don't want to say it's just stuff she won't throw. So it's like,
Well, yeah. Yeah. I have stuff that's like really cool. Yeah, I mean, you'll get stuff that you use, and then you get stuff that you don't use, and like we all have tackle shops in our garages, trucks, boats.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I just bought off of Facebook Marketplace. Guy had 8 um Vision 110s for like $80, and they're like all brand new. He goes, I bought them. I don't catch fish on them. I'm like, I'll take them.
Mm-hmm.
They're like
Yeah,
$24 a piece now.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Bass Pro's got them security tagged. I saw that when I was looking at
Uh-huh.
Saturday. I was like, but
They don't even have a good variety of them either. All the good colors are always good.
yeah. Well, that's the rule with Bass Pro. If you go in there and you're looking for something, they have it. Just buy the whole peg hook. That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
plastics or whatever, I just grab every package they got and take it. Nobody else is getting them that way.
Uh-huh. Bullseye Bait and Tackle, they've got over in O'Fallon there. They actually, Tin Horse Monty had that video. I bought some of their stuff, some of the bone color. I have them in the other room. I'm going to bring them. Spinner baits and chatter baits and buzz baits. I mean, no one makes that skirt. No one makes that color. I don't think it's going to be a player yet, but I bought some spinner baits too. Definitely bringing that to Grand Lake. Grand Lake
The
March
Grand.
spinner bait, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely should be. And
Yeah.
Ren's a good spinnerbait like
Yeah.
that can be.
I was Shelbyville too.
Mm-hmm. Shelbyville, I'm bringing dynamite and pray.
I'm bringing a trolling motor battery and some electrodes. Boom!
Right.
Electro fishing. That's a great idea. Oops, it was an honest accident.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. What is your app show here? Lake of Ozarks. It's 53 degrees now. Look at this week. Today, 68, 67, 69, 69. Friday, 29 and 48, and Saturday, 29 and 40. So it's going to be a frosty morning, and it's the cold snap day 2. So I was looking at
Oh
that.
yes. Oh now. So my Saturday
Yeah,
for Osage Beach.
yeah.
Rain and snow in the morning. Changing to
Oh,
rain showers late.
I got partly cloudy.
That's the Weather Channel at Osage Beach for
Yep,
Saturday.
yep.
And the wind has died 5 to 10. Chance of rain 50%. Snow accumulation less than 1 inch.
Uh,
Thursday it's 70 though, so
I
don't worry.
know. Is that sad? It's going to affect us more than the fish, for sure.
It will. Yeah.
I got my heavy gear from I found the tub it's in. The heavy
It could
bibs and the
change.
heavy coat. Yep,
It could still change. It could still
it
change.
could. How's that sound, Dustin? Don't you want to hop in the tournament now?
Right. So Matt showing 31.
Uh, yep.
Yeah, we'll see. It can change.
Well, like it always is. As long as that wind's not coming 20 mile plus out of the north here, you get out of it. The morning, it's going to be a little chilly in the morning, and that run's going to be cold. But after that, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's sleet, unless it's rainy sleet. That'll be horrible if it is.
Oh, it could be rough.
Yeah,
You just don't want the line freezing in the
yeah.
eyelets and in the real hole, and
Yep.
it makes it pretty tough.
I had that just a little bit at the Toyota last year. Not like the opener on Table Rock last year. Oh, it was just brutal. 25 and like 20 to 30 mile an hour north winds. It was horrible for those guys.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't get a cast in, and you had to dip your pole back in the water to unfreeze it to cast again on every freaking cast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're gluttons for
hopefully it's.
punishment.
Mm-hmm.
What's the coldest you've fished in?
I've done we did a winter division at Coffeen when it was still a power plant, and that was probably, there were days when it was in the 30s. A couple days I didn't think I was going to make it all day. Like it's cold.
Yeah.
Usually it's only my hands too. Like
Yeah.
even I got gloves for them, but like the fingers are cut out of them, and this finger wherever it sits on the reel, I don't know if it's just how I hold it, but it's
numb.
the worst. Everything else is
Yeah.
fine. I got enough, the AFCO hoodie and sock cap and good clothing wise, but the gloves are the hardest thing because you can't use big giant gloves because then you can't cast, and it's
Yeah.
that's the hardest part is my hands usually.
Yeah. Or
Get
getting
some
them
hot
wet
hands,
in
I
the
guess.
water, man. You can never really get them warm again once they,
Right. Yeah, get some hot hands and throw them in your pockets, and about all you can do.
Yeah, I bought a little rechargeable little hand warmer. It's like a big key fob, and it's got a big battery in it. That's what I got because I'm like, oh, those hot hand things, they come, they go bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it will a little, but probably not a lot. It's still going to be sunny, and that sun. I mean, if it wasn't sunny, then I think it would chill more.
Yeah, I don't know how that pressure works. It definitely affects them, but
Yeah, braid and below. Yeah, yeah. Oh, did you just do that, James? Or that's what's projected for the 28th, next Saturday?
hopefully not.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're coming up on 9 o'clock here. We got any last minute, questions for Eric? Other than that, well, we wish for it. It's finally here. Maybe we're hoping it was a week later, but it
Yeah.
looks like Kentucky Lake's going to be about the same here.
Or just shift that weather a couple days where it's
Oh my God, I know. When you told me a week ago, look at the weather, man. It was going to be like 70
oh
degrees. I'm like, yeah.
oh yeah, it was looking real good.
Uh-huh. Oh man, weather not cooperating. Nick, your hand, doctor's latex gloves? Oh, to keep in the heat? Oh, you put those under your gloves, oh. Or venom from Menards will make your hands sweat. Venom, what is that? Do you know what that is, Eric?
Mm-mm. It may just be a
Is
heavy, like a work glove or something. That's the
is
problem.
it?
Some of those gloves, like the neoprene ones, and that they make your damn hands sweat, and then it gets cold that way. So it's like a
Yeah,
fine line. AFCO's
yeah.
got them ones out now. They're like $60.
I bought a pair of those at the show this year. I'm like, I had the neoprene ones, and they're great. The minute they get wet, you will never get them dry again. And I'm like, oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
no good. Um,
Yeah, I always felt like those made my hands sweat too, and then it would get cold from that.
yeah.
Have you tried the AFCO ones at all, just in
I just
general?
bought
Or
them. I just bought them. I just love the Reaper and their other stuff so much.
hmm yeah, they got good stuff for sure.
Yeah. And at that Collinsville show, they always have was it Finley's or something outdoors? They always have 20% off show specials. So man, hey, I got 20% off, $59. I'm like, I'm buying them.
Hmm Yeah.
In the teens and pool nine. Oh, up there. Woohoo! That's chilly, my friend. You're a
hmm
soldier. Ooh.
Matt's got the question of the day.
What weight to win? I'm surprised that didn't come up. Well, I mean, it sure seems like the boater here, and unless that cold front does something here, man, it's going to be over 20 pounds.
Hmm
Co-angler, uh, man, I don't know what to say here. 12,
I'll say I was thinking 12 because you could have three, a five, or somebody will catch a big one. They always do. Somebody,
5, 4, 3 is 12, right?
yeah.
Or
So
4, 8, 4, 3.5, or
hmm yeah, that looks weird though. You just know. Yeah, Matt said same thing. 12. That's what I kind of think so too. I think right in that. I don't see anybody getting a, huge sack, but you just never know down there. That lake's honestly, it fishes though. Like if the weather is kind of nasty, and it fishes better for whatever
yeah,
reason. The best days I've had on that lake is I've been out there when it's like pouring down rain on you, and you just smash them.
yeah,
So
yeah,
just don't know.
yeah. 12, anybody else got a guess here? Everybody's scared, don't know. Yeah, yeah, I think that's a good guess. We concur at 12 here.
Hmm
It's not going to fish like Gunnersville, not going to fish like Shelbyville.
Yeah, I'll be happy with 8. If I could get 8 pounds, I'd be happy.
3 keepers, I'll be the happiest guy out there. I want to start with 1 keeper to get my points
Yeah,
fish.
yeah,
I'd
yep.
like to make I'd like to make a different regional. That'd be cool to have 2 shots at it this year in 2 regionals.
Oh yeah, you'll make it. If we fish all 5 of them, we'll make it.
Yeah. You don't remember my last year in the
Yeah, that's a
line.
line eye though.
Yeah,
That's a
true.
line eye. I mean
Yeah.
it's. And again, I think in that one we just got to mentally fix ourselves and just stick to what works there and just keep grinding it out. Eventually, you're going to get a bite. Like,
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just so many fish. I agree with what Eric said earlier. I think as the day goes on, even though it did cool off in that, I think they'll be tight in the morning, And actually, because of the cold and or if it was partly cloudy in the morning and the sun comes up in the afternoon, the sun gets those shad kind of moving for some reason, and
Hmm.
that gets the fish aggressive when those shad get moving. So early in the year, I think the sun really helps, and I think when it's
Yeah,
colder in the fall or spring here, you kind of afternoon bite or later in the morning bite. I don't know, right?
I agree. I think the sun works different in the when it's colder than when it's warmer. Yeah, I think
And
they
if it's
want
partly
they're going to
cloudy in the
move.
morning, they're going to be spread out all over.
Mm-hmm. They'll go. Well, they're following the food, so the shad go to the
Yeah,
rock when the rocks warm up. So
yep,
that's where they're going. They just it's all it is. When
yeah,
it's colder and them shad get down to the bottom and they're sitting out, they don't want to move. When
right.
it warms up, they'll push up further. So think of that later in the day. That's how it's going to transition.
I wonder what the scoper philosophy is going to be on when they're going to use their scope. That'll be interesting to compare what our boaters did and
Mm-hmm.
how they chose to use their time.
What I would think is if they have found some fish, like if they know they've got fish in spots, brush piles, or they're probably going to go get them. Or I
Yeah,
mean, if I was a boater,
yep.
that's what I would do. If I knew I had a good line of brush piles I could run in 3 hours, like I would probably try to go
First off and go get before someone else does. Yeah,
before somebody else does.
yeah.
Yeah.
All righty, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate everyone for coming out here. Looking forward to a new season. We'll start Ozarks now. We'll start Kentucky Lake LBL next week. Uh, I'm remiss here. I don't have a guest for Monday. We'll figure one out. We'll have a recap. We'll talk a little bit more about the Kentucky Lake guys for the week after, and then we've got a ways until the Illini opener on like April 11th or something. But you know, I'm sure we'll find some stuff to talk about. I am, hitting up some more, boaters around the division, see if they want to come and talk out here. It's about schedules and other things going on too. So thanks so much, Eric. Any final thoughts or words of wisdoms for our best anglers here?
No, stick to what are comfortable throwing. That's going to be the key down there, I think. Yeah.
Confidence bait, but be smart.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't think about it too much and just
Yep.
do what works.
All right. All right. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Yep.
Keep
Thanks
your
for having me.
lines tight and take a kid fishing.